All right, another episode of Conversating After Dark. Tay, what's up with you?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Everything's good. Everything's good. Tell people where they can find us.
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, you can reach us at CVAD, the podcast at gmail.com.
Hit us up if you got a question, if you want to be on the show. If you want to be on the show and you're kind of hesitant about showing your face and giving your real name, you can be anonymous. So there's multiple ways to be on the show. We have a lot of fun. Don't be scared. We're just trying to get it in. Today's show, I have my homegirl from the H, May. May, what's up with you?
Hey, how's it going? Happy to be here. Blessings to you guys.
Thank you for being on here. Thank you for coming on the show.
May, thank you for being with us today. But before we get started, we do have an icebreaker that we like to do. We have conversation cards, and I have 3 decks that I can choose from. Well, I'm gonna let you choose. We're all going to answer the question. I have extreme personal questions, who's the biggest pervert, and the sexy 69 after dark.
Okay.
Which one would you?
I'll take the first one.
Okay. What do you consider to be your most ridiculous fear?
My most ridiculous fear. Boogers.
Explain that one, please.
I'm like, for real, I'm like, because people won't tell you anything, and I feel like everything could be going really great for other people, because see, I monitor that kind of shit. Like, I'm like, okay, I know I don't, but that would be my biggest fear, right? That I am in front of clients, colleagues, and I have something in my nose.
I get that. Marv, what about you?
Actually, I got a lot of fears, but the one, and I don't think my fears are ridiculous because they real to me. So fuck everybody that thinks they're ridiculous. Like, I'm scared of dogs. People be like, "You're big ass scared of dogs." I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I'm scared of dogs." But I would say, if we keep it along the lines of what May said, I would say like having like a wardrobe malfunction in front of a lot of people and not realizing that you had this malfunction until you see the pictures afterwards. I'm always subconscious about that shit. I'm always subconscious about that. So I try to, like tell like my kids or like friends of mine, like, "Hey, look, dog, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings. If you see me looking whack, come get me and fix me up." So that's what I would say. But I got a whole bunch of other fears though, like heights, animals, pubic hairs on public toilets, because I travel a lot. You see like pubes and shit. And, yeah, it's awful.
Oh wow. Okay. For me, I guess it's similar to y'all. I don't like to be embarrassed. So my fear is being embarrassed in public. I try to avoid tripping and falling, wardrobe malfunctions, anything to keep me away from public embarrassment.
Yeah. And you know what's so funny about that is everybody messes up. Everybody trips and falls. Everybody has a malfunction. I don't know why we put so much pressure on ourselves to be perfect all of the time, but I get it. I don't want to give anybody a opportunity to be able to make fun of me or drive me for anything. Because my crew of homeboys, if you mess up, they are relentless and they will let you have it.
Yeah, and I'm good at laughing stuff off, making fun of myself, but I still don't want to do it.
So May, you live in the H,
Mm-hmm.
Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Single or in a relationship?
Oh, I'm very single, in a relationship with me.
Okay.
So I'm pretty far ahead on my spiritual journey right now. So yeah, just doing me right now. I haven't fucked in a while, so I feel real enlightened.
I was getting ready to ask, what does the spiritual journey look like? But that seems weird to ask.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
So not a dream, but I feel like I'd be fucking angels. But I don't know though. But I don't know, maybe not. But might be just my imagination because it's like that sometime in this wonderful enlightenment desert.
Oh, you are celibate?
Wow. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm open and ready and willing. But the thing is that because I am where I am, it's very difficult for people that are not on my vibrational level interact with me. So that really, like, where y'all at? Where are they? So yeah, I'm waiting.
So when's the last
I'm
time?
ready.
When's the last time you had some dick?
I'm gonna say maybe it's been over about 18 months. Maybe not.
That
I
ain't
don't
too
know.
much.
You don't think so?
There
Maybe
you
a
go.
year.
There you go. That's why dudes never believe y'all when y'all talk that shit. Cause you went from 18 months on this enlightenment journey to, well, maybe.
Oh no, my journey, yes. Second, I don't know. Because I did, like I had hit up one of my exes, kind of got back together with him, but for a second, but it wasn't what I was looking for. So I had to cease and desist.
So about a year.
Yeah, I'm gonna say about a year.
Okay.
So let me ask you and Tay this question. I know a lot of women who are celibate. May says she's not celibate, she's just on her journey right now. If you're celibate, does that mean you don't have any type of sexual situations, meaning like you don't masturbate, you don't fuck, you don't do anything, or is celibate just I'm not with another person?
I'll let May go first.
Oh, me, I'm not celibate. I'm real willing to fuck. I was thinking about some dudes that I used to have like on my dial before, because I work a lot and I've been deployed. I just recently got back to Houston. And I was like, damn, if I could just remember old boy's name. But I can't. So I am not celibate.
Marvin.
Oh, okay. It's cousin season. Yeah.
Yeah. But Tay, what you think?
I believe if you're truly celibate, maybe you are not doing anything, not even with toys, adult toys. And I'm just thinking back to me at a certain point in time in my life. But yeah. But like she said, I don't think if you're just the opportunity just hasn't come around, I don't believe that's celibate.
So what's it like, May, dating in Houston? Are you trying to date, or is it hard for you? You say you deployed for your job. Is it difficult to do, or what's it like?
I think it's difficult. I believe, let me not say that it's difficult. Perhaps it's COVID. Things are opening up now. When I went to Turkey, I did stop in Turkey, and this dude, he's like, "Oh, Miss Mary, I have cake for you," but I knew he meant cake and dingaling, and I was like, I'm not interested. So that's like the only offer that I've had so far was the concierge over at a hotel. Other than that, I have not, like, I want to get out there and meet more people. No one ever DMs me. But so I just don't know where they're at, and I don't know how it is for you guys.
They're gonna be in your ass now if they know who you are. And you talking about you like to fuck. Your shit gonna be flooded.
But see, it's more than that when I'm in this particular place, So it's difficult for me. It is difficult.
So what exactly makes it difficult? Is it just your standards, or is it the lack of people around you?
I believe that what makes it difficult is that might be standards.
No problem. Now, that's nothing wrong with that. I don't believe it's anything wrong.
So what are you looking for? Like What?
But it's a vibrational standard, right? But it really does extend out into the physical, because I can immediately see where someone is in their life, how they feel about themselves, how they relate to themselves, who they're trying to be, what they're trying to be by what they've manifested externally. So, if you're walking around busted and broke, you got a fucked up relationship somewhere, and it's not time for me to be involved with you. So, yeah. And, so do I look at the stuff, the external stuff? Yes, because it's a clear, like, first indicator of how you're possibly going to be or where you are. It is definitely where you are. Like, where are you at? And I'm at a certain place and I just need someone to match that yoke, even before I have sex.
So, I mean, obviously you're big onto energy, vibe, spirits, and I'm with you on that. But do you have a type, like a physical type, or is it just mainly just the vibe?
It is all the vibe, because again, it is like an energy stem. So if you're loving yourself enough to love yourself, then those things are already going to be in order, right? So physically, you're going to be in order. Mentally, you're going to, financially, in your career, you're going to be in order. So even if you're not where you want to be, you have a clear idea of where you want to be. And then you are always in that act of becoming. So, that's kind of like what it takes.
So you're like real high level with this. When it comes to sex, are you high level too? Are you like into like tantric sex and shit like that?
Yeah. Because once you have the ability to combine the spiritual with the physical, it is a totally different experience. And once you've experienced it, nothing else really compares. So it's like, why even waste my time? Like, why would I would have to lower my vibrational level spiritually in order to fuck somebody who had a lower vibe than me. Like, why would I backstep? I only want good dick, the best dick. I only want to have something that's really gonna take me to another level. Like, if you can't bring me into the cosmos, then yeah, don't DM me. don't bother.
What happens if you meet someone and the vibes are there, but then you get into the bedroom or wherever, and it's just not matching up, the physical part of it?
If the vibe is there and I'm really vibing with this person, then the physical is going to follow what my perceived expectations are going to be, right? So if like we're really hitting it off and I'm just really enjoying your company, then the physical no longer becomes an issue, an obstacle, right? Because it's now my mind, I'm perceiving this person differently now. They could be ugly as fuck, but now we're vibing and I really like you. And, it's a good time and we feel warm and we feel fuzzy. So then the physical, it dissolves, because that's not really what we're really attracted to in people anyway. So, I mean, initially, yes, but the appearances, they all dissolve once you reach that spiritual level. So
Now, are you able to reach an orgasm without sex? I mean, I talk to a lot of people who are into like tantric sex or whatever, and they can just like breathe together, like their breathing can become in sync or whatever, and they say they had these amazing orgasms. Have you been able to reach that?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about when, sometimes I just fuck angels. Like, it is so, and I know it sounds really weird, but you can really become in tune enough with yourself. So it's not really like a physical act. It is definitely something that's mental, and you're able to tap into that. I actually use those points of explosion to help further along anything like specific that I'm working on manifesting for me or one of my loved ones. So yeah, I make things come into existence.
All right. So are guys intimidated by this mindset and approach to life that you have?
Not, I am an alpha female. And so betas, I love betas. I do. Like for specific things, you know. So like maybe my ex-husband might have been a beta, you know, but that would usually for me in the past mean that I was fucking an alpha on the side, you know. So there's very specific things that are handled and can't be handled by some, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I need a whole bunch of them, Marv.
So you like
Different types.
poly? You're into like open relationship?
Well, what other kind of relationship are you gonna have if you? I am not in agreement with the monogamy thing. Not at this point. Not for me. I feel like if I'm vibing with someone and feel that I want to explore them physically, I should be able to do that.
Okay.
Like, why not? If it's something I want to do, I can do it.
Okay, so so you said you're not into monogamy at this point. So what brought you to this different mindset?
Oh, understanding really universal law and the different states of mind, and having a really clear understanding of the difference between religion and spirituality, and deciding that I wanted to take an active step in understanding God. And by that, I mean the God in me. So doing that is what really kind of led me there.
Now you're a very attractive woman. Are guys intimidated by your looks?
I don't know, Marv, are they?
I'm not, but I'm just, we ain't talking about me. You the one, you the guest.
Well, again, it would have to be a really strong male who was very confident. He would have to be confident in who he was. He would have to recognize the divinity in him. Unless he's recognizing that he is God, then it's very hard for me to recognize that in him. So yeah, I would need an alpha male possibly, but not a toxic alpha male, but someone who is just spiritually in tune with themselves.
What's toxic to you?
Oh, anything that doesn't make me happy.
Like what? Give me an example.
Oh, a toxic behavior. Raising their voices maybe, or just not being conscious of themselves. It could be anything that would cause harm to me or cause me to have to lower myself, my standards.
So vibrate on a lower level. Anybody that's bringing you down, that's toxic.
Oh wow, yeah, that has to go. Yeah, it just can't exist in this space.
Understood. So have you ever used your looks? We talked about, I said that you're a very attractive woman, right? I've known you for years, right? Have you ever used your looks? I always want to ask somebody this, and I know a lot of beautiful women, but I've never asked anybody this question, so I'm gonna start with you. Have you ever used your looks to your advantage, like to gain favor, benefits?
Sure. Oh my God. Yes, all the time. Why wouldn't I? I consider this to be a blessing. They mention beauty in the Bible because this is a blessed thing. Everyone's looking for it. And I believe everyone should honor mine. They should honor and revere it. I honor and revere beauty. I do. And I expect that in return. So yes.
So you believe in pretty privilege?
Yeah, it exists. I'm so glad people gave a name to it, because now I can call upon it and use it all the time for like my benefit. I love it. Anything people think about, they can think about it negatively or positively. If they're pulling it into the atmosphere, now it exists. So now there's this universal belief that anyone who has what is deemed to be above average looks should get special treatment in like all arenas of life. So now people have put this into place. And when I was growing up, that didn't exist, but now it exists. So now I call upon it and I'm like, oh, let all of it come to me everywhere I go. I love it. Thank y'all.
Give us an example of where you believe you
Oh,
use pretty privilege, or you were the recipient of pretty privilege.
oh my God, every day. I swear, I kid you. 2 days ago, this is just an example. I was walking down Post Oak. So I live in Uptown. I'm on Post Oak, coming back from the Galleria, walking, and my fedora flies off on the street. How about the police stop traffic? People get out and they're all chasing my fedora in the wind. And they're like, oh, we got it for you. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. Now, I'm not sure if that happens for everyone. It could possibly, but things like that happen for me all the time. All the time. I don't know. I can just,
That could be because of your looks, but it also could be you put positive energy into the world, so positive energy is coming back to you.
right, because that's what I want to be. Yeah, I don't believe in the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. My experience has taught me that we really can't do shit. So really only God and universe can do, but we can be. So what do I want to be? What do I want you to be to me? How do I want to be with you? How do I want to become with you? Well, I want everybody to be wonderful to me. I want everybody to be lovely to me. I want people to be heard. I want everyone to be seen. So that's what I have to push out if I want to see it, because I'm creating this. So
I tend to agree with Marvin that a lot of it has to do with, you seem like a bubbly person. This is the first time we're meeting, but you seem like a really bubbly, sweet person. So I do believe that maybe some of what you're getting is what you're giving, you're giving out. But in terms of pretty privilege, do you ever feel pressure to keep your looks up or something like that?
now, when I was younger, and by the way, I'm 51. So when I was younger, I really felt the opposite because, like I said, I didn't grow up thinking I was pretty. I grew up around people who looked like me. I went to a very small Catholic Black school. I don't know what like we say Black. So Black school, everybody was from Louisiana. We all looked the same. I thought no one ever said that, right? So it was, and now it's different in the fact that that is something that people point out. But pretty privilege, if I could ask you guys, because I was trying to formulate the ideas around this. So if maybe I could ask you, what is the issue with pretty privilege? Why is it a problem?
I think some people project their insecurities, and they believe that somebody believe in, hey, I'm pretty, I'm handsome, I'm beautiful, and being unabashed about saying it and putting it out into the universe. Some people will want to maybe knock you down a peg, or like, who does she think she is? Or I'm sure some people will watch this and they'll say, oh, she thinks she's pretty, or Marv thinks she's pretty, she ain't all that. There's a lot of that type of insecurity and jealousy that we see in the community. So people probably feel like that's something that is subjective, and others probably feel that no matter what somebody's looks may be or may appear to be to others, whether it's, whatever standard you apply to what looks good for you. Somebody doesn't have the looks that are normal to most people's standards, they may feel some type of way about that. And because they do, they'll project some negative energy towards you and people that think like you do.
Yeah, I think it may also have to do with this feeling that we want things to be fair sometimes. And, in this country, we have the thing of pulling yourself up from your bootstraps, But so if you're using your looks, everybody doesn't have the same looks. So it doesn't put everybody on the same playing field. So I think people may have a problem with it in that way too. But I mean, I feel like if you got it, use it. I feel the same with narcissism. Yeah.
And I know you personally, so I know that it's much more than, there's an old song by the Temptations, "Dude is only skin deep." I know that you're actually just a very good person, right? Like inside and out, you're very intelligent and accomplished. So it's more than just the outside looks. But for some people, they'll say, well, she's living the life she's living only because of how she looks. And then it goes to, well, maybe she's using her looks to fuck X, Y, and Z person to get what she's got. So has she really accomplished what she's received? Did she really earn it, or did she fuck to get it?
Right.
For me, I don't give a fuck to get it. I wish some rich ass woman would come up to me and be like, hey, big boy, fuck the shit out of me so I can give you all you want. I would do it, so I'm not hating on no woman to do.
If I could speak on that really quickly, because
yes, baby, you speak all you want.
now that I know that this exists, I encourage all pretty people to use it to your full advantage. Why not fuck to the top? I could right now, anyone, hey, I'm willing, if our vibes are right, yes, definitely. Why not use your beauty? Why not use the gifts that you have to propel yourself? Use the pretty privilege. And if you don't have pretty privilege, if you're not pretty, this is not your lane. Like, get out of it. You're not pretty. If you're not aesthetically pleased, like if that's something you haven't heard your entire life, then this is not your lane. Then you need to find whatever makes you feel like you can receive those privileges or blessings. If it's not this aesthetic beauty, that doesn't mean that that's something you have to chase after. Understand your limitations in terms of your aesthetics and focus on projecting something else that you might feel really confident about.
Now, you'll get a lot of pushback for that, right?
Well, I don't care, because really, I can honestly say, I can honestly say, I totally understand. I understand pretty privilege because I feel I'm drawn to beautiful things. I love looking at beautiful things. And I can honestly say, faces that are not aesthetically pleasing, like, I don't know you, we're in passing and I see someone's face. If it's not aesthetically pleasing, it really makes my stomach hurt. Like, physically, ugly people make my stomach hurt. They really do. So, but if I get to know you, and then it, like I said, the physical will dissolve. But that's me personally in my experience. But I love pretty people. I love them.
I got you. So, are you a pretty woman? So this is after dark, so I'm gonna take it down another lane. Now, a lot of beautiful women, you get them in the sack, they boring as fuck. Is that fair to say about you?
No.
So I ask this for all of our guests, right? On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest.
Yeah.
What would you put your freak quotient number at?
Freak quotient number. Like a 5+.
What makes you a 5+?
She didn't say 5, she said a 5+.
Plus, right.
Off the Richter.
I think it's my ability to add in like this transcendental experience. Like, I always knew that like my pussy was great. It is absolutely wonderful. Like, it's certifiable, terrific. But now I have like this new element that I can add in. So yeah, I would say a 5+.
What's the new element?
My mind.
Okay. So here's my thing. So you said you got good pussy, right?
I didn't know. Great. I'm sorry. That's good.
Huh?
Great.
Oh.
Not good.
Excuse me. Excuse me, man. Let me not short you. Let me not bring down your vibe. um, I always ask guys, what would you rather want? A woman with good pussy, great pussy, or a woman that knows how to fuck? There's a difference.
Uh-huh.
There's a difference.
Oh, mhm. Yeah. Well,
How would you classify yourself? Are you one, the other, or both?
oh no, yeah, I'm both. Because you're right. There is a, well, I don't know. How could you have good pussy and not know how to fuck? Just like your pussy, the muscle itself, like yum yum, is good, or the
So okay, so I'll
me.
tell you.
So like you because I can't just lay there and yum 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 because, but like wouldn't you be, I don't know, moving around and stuff?
So so I'll explain for this from a guy's perspective, and I don't know how you would approach this from a woman's perspective, but I had a partner in the past who I just could not last. Like no matter what I did, it was probably like 5 to 10, maybe 15 strokes, and I was done. It was done. It was just the wetness, the tightness. It was just she had that. I just call it the two-hitter quitter. I was the Windex man. 2 pumps and a squirt. That's that's how I was with this woman. I used to think something was wrong with me, and then we broke up and we kind of talked later as friends, and I realized that it was really just her. Like everybody else, I was regular. I was able to maintain and have a good session. And she said, "Nah, it just ain't you." So she had great pussy, but I never really got a chance to see if she could go because it was always done. Now I've had women who I've been with who they're not, it's not a, 2 pumps and a squirt, it's none of that.
Mhm.
But they actually know how to have sex. They know how to throw it back. They know how to ride. They know how to, pump back. They just know what they're doing. So, I just asked the question. Are you just great or do you know what you're doing?
Oh no, I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Say, how would you frame that from a woman's perspective?
Oh Lord, I don't even know because this is the first I'm hearing of that there being a difference. Because I always assumed that if she knew what she was doing, then that made her great. So
No, but you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it just feels great. It just feels good and it gets you there.
yeah. Now that once you explained it, I get the difference.
Is
I don't
dick
know how
like
to
that?
put that.
Is dick like that for y'all? Do you ever take a dick like, God damn, this feels good? Or is it because how he's fucking you makes it feel good?
No. Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. I swear one time, it was this little dude. I was like a senior in college and he was a freshman. He was like from Mansour, Louisiana. Like I had never even heard of it. I mean, I don't even know if they had indoor plumbing. I swear I saw stars. I swear. And it could have been just like I was just so dizzy from how hard I came that I was like literal. I have no idea, but I know there's a difference. Yeah, there is a difference. So
Was it
yeah,
because
you
of
do
how good his dick felt, or was it because of how he fucked
both, because when somebody can do both, it's like, oh my God, are you serious? But yeah, yeah. So usually for me, like if they just have good dick, then usually I just take over on the session and do what I need to do for me to do what I need to do. So, having nice size dick and, length and girth, that's really great and terrific. But sometimes like if they can't fuck, then you have to take it into your own hands. And I'm really not interested in that unless I'm interested in that. Like, that would be one of those specific persons. Like, okay, well then that's what I'll do. Like if I'm feeling really aggressive or I need to let some steam off, I call one of those where I know I'm just like, shut up, lay down, don't talk, and then put my clothes on and go home. I am the queen of take. Like, where you going? I'm like, mister, I'm going home. In my bed.
That's funny. That's
I get that.
Thank you.
So, so you said you're a 5+, but is there anything you're not willing to do?
Like I've listened to the show, some of the stuff like yellow showers or I don't know, shit in your eye.
Golden shower.
Oh, whatever.
It's yellow, but we call it golden.
Shit in your eye. I don't know. That's nothing that I'm interested in. So am I willing to do things I'm not interested in? I guess that then becomes the question. No, I'm not interested in doing things I'm not interested in.
So like anal, you cool with that?
It depends.
Depends on the person.
It depends on the person. So
I
I guess yeah, I am cool with it.
Are you only attracted to men?
No.
She a 5+.
No.
5+. Now
They're on the lower end.
Now, is it a situation where you will have fun, you will play with a woman, or could you actually see yourself in a relationship with a woman?
Oh, I've been through both. I've been through both where I've been attracted to women and then where I've had relationships with women and relationships with men.
Okay. How do they differ? Being in a relationship with a woman and being in a relationship with a man, how's it different? Other than obviously the sex, but in terms of like the relationship, are they the same or is it harder? Is it more difficult? How would you classify it?
I would classify it as different, but similar and somewhat familiar, depending on their personality. You know, like they could be very feminine, but then really have this masculine tendency, you know, where like I'm really pushed into this femininity role, you know. So it could be like that. They could be very stockish, just like dudes. So there's really not a lot of difference. And I guess that's why physically it doesn't matter if they're male or female, you know, everyone shares these tendencies. So, but it's different. Women are different, but yet the same.
Were you always attracted to women, or was this something that came along later in life?
Right. I can remember being 5 and I wanted to stand up peeing like my cousin, my boy cousin. And I can remember the first time I was ever attracted to a female, and that was in high school. But I never acted upon that due to religion or whatever. So I was a virgin for a very long time. You know, although I've always had guys that were very attracted, like highly attracted to me. So I knew what attraction felt like, but yeah, so always. And then, you know, now I'm able to explore that. If I'm interested, I'll explore.
Who made you come the hardest, a man or a woman?
Oh, a man. Yeah, I love dick.
Represent, brothers, represent.
I love dick. Like I love fucking men, but I don't like hearing them and sometimes seeing or smelling them. But women I love, they're soft, they're beautiful. I love beautiful things. So they're soft, they're beautiful, they feel good. And I would wish this for all women. When you experience another woman's body, then you can really imagine how your body feels to someone else versus you touching yourself. Just side tip, because it's very different and you would really love your bodies a lot more. Kiss a girl.
Okay. You heard it from May. Kiss a girl. And let Marv be watched.
Yeah, that's hot.
So you say that's hot. You like you're an exhibitionist. You like being watched.
Yeah, I think so. Subconsciously, yes. For some reason, I thought people couldn't see me in my window, really. And my blinds would be open. I always walk around naked. and then I saw my window from the street, and I was like, but then part of me was like, well, you know what, fuck it, because I can't make it to those blind. I'm really short. I can't make it all the way trying to do that all the time. So yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. Do you have any other type fetishes or anything that you're into other than the tantric spiritual stuff?
Have you guys ever heard of Om?
Om.
Om. O-M.
Oh, okay. OM.
Yeah.
Is that like a chant?
Yeah, but it's like this group, it's this movement where men are taught in classes how to massage the vagina and bring ultimate pleasure through physical touch and like intimate sex to the woman. So like they become the woman is honored as the pleasure center.
I think I know a couple guys who are into that. If I think I'm in the right, thinking of the same thing, and that's when and that's like when the woman's laying down and they've mastered like being able like to just rub their hand over your body. But that's more like tantric, right? Like tantric sex or stuff like that, or is it a different level?
It's a different level, and it's really different because I have no responsibility to reciprocate.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's like the ultimate pleasure.
I like that.
Are you a pleaser or are you a pillow princess?
I'm not really, I don't really like people going down on me.
What?
Not dudes.
4.5. 4.5. 4.5. Why? Why the dudes getting shorted?
Because they really do not know what they're doing. So you can just please get away.
Well, why not teach them?
Not my job. This is not a teaching hospital. You are not gonna learn here. No.
So do they even get like one opportunity to prove that they know what they're doing?
If they can fuck really, really good, yes. I mean, I have people, and it might be because of the way I look, or maybe this is every woman's experience, but that's the first thing guys, all men always want to do to me, like all the time. I just want to taste it. I'm like, come on, man, really? Can we just have dinner first? Like, can I sit down? You know, like that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I gotta see what else you got going on. You know, let me see what that tongue do. Can you roll your R's? Let me hear it.
Wow.
Can you? Because if you can't, no, go. Just let me see you eat a peach. I need some evidence before. There's no testing, no school down here.
Okay. All right. So does that mean you don't suck dick?
Oh yeah, I'm very good at that. And if I feel that there's an equitable vibrational exchange, I will, take my Advil and get ready. Like, let's go.
Oh, it's gonna vibrate in exchange for real.
Let's hit
it.
So you've done a lot, but is there anything else that's left on your sexual bucket list? Anything you want to try?
Other than Om.
Yeah.
Man, I like that. Well, what I want to do, I've traveled a lot this year. Just because I can. And I think what I really do want to start do is fucking people where I'm going. Just having some, like wonderful little one night or airport stands or something like that. I think that's like, I really felt kind of maybe a little bit of regret when I was in Turkey and, oh boy, greeted me. The concierge took me to my room and then immediately he was just all on me. So I knew when he came back and he was like, Miss Mary, I have cake for you. I was like, cake and dingling, dude, you ain't fooling nobody. But, I think that moving forward, I might just go ahead and let it eat the cake. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask if that was bringing it with you or getting it there. So
Getting it there.
Yeah.
I feel like I need some international stuff. And I want to go to Nigeria and I would like to fuck a lot there. Yes.
That's funny.
I'm excited. Bucket list.
Hey Marv, at least it's a Black country.
Right. Yeah, right. Because I'd been hurt if she just said like, I'm trying to go to Italy and fuck a lot.
Oh my gosh, pretty privilege. Italy. When I went to Italy, and this is COVID after, not COVID, Conversate After Dark.
8.5 if you say the wrong thing.
Okay, right. Edit. When I went to Sicily in Naples, I got so much free stuff from shop owners because I was pretty. And I got even more stuff when I let them touch my kitty cat.
Did you
Explain that, please?
did they say Miss may I touch your kitty? That's probably bad. That's French. That's a French accent. But we're gonna go with it.
It was kind of like that.
Yeah,
it was the shop owners. It was the shop owners, like the store owners, Yeah. Oh, no. Just model. Just put this on for me. Just model this. Just put this on. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah. So give me some kisses. And then I go, then I have to
say like here, did you just say like just touch it or did they ask?
Yeah, they just touch it. They like to touch it. I rub it, And then come back.
You touched it.
The store owner. I walk into a boutique. I'm in Italy. I walk into a boutique and the store owner asked me to try on a pair of jeans just to see how they would fit on me because I was so beautiful. So I go to try on the jeans, but here he comes with wonderful, lovely kisses everywhere. And then he touched it. And I was like, okay. He was like, you like it? I was like, it feels good. Yes, go ahead. But I only have like 3 minutes because I have to get back to my cruise ship. So, yeah, and so then I got the jeans. And then another shop owner, kind of same thing. And I got like this silk in jacket with this beautiful phoenix that was embroidered on the back.
Okay.
Lots of coffee, lots of wine. But Italy was great. It's like a bartering system. I loved it. You get a lot of stuff for kisses there. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been in Italy and the food is great. They love Black women. They do not like Black men at all.
Oh.
At all.
So may we have a ender to our show? We play a game called Nasty or Normal. So I'm going to give you a sexual situation and you tell me if for you it's nasty or normal. Okay. Threesomes, either with 2 men or 2 women. Is that nasty or normal?
Normal.
7+. She's not just a 5. 7+. So you done both?
I would like 2 men. Oh my God. So I usually just I will watch that. I usually don't like to see women on porn, but I will watch that particular situation, that one only. But yeah, of course, like, hasn't everyone, like you have, I'm sure every woman has had this experience. You have your very pretty friend, and then you guys just end up having fun with the same dude because he's really cute.
No, I haven't. So, if you want to vibrate to Dallas, I'm your man.
Okay, Tate, really?
Not with any of my friends, no.
Like your close girlfriends?
I don't look at my close girlfriends like that.
That
Like
doesn't make
what?
that,
Like fun people?
that doesn't make the relationship weird.
No.
But see, not everybody has that mindset though. A lot of people, I feel like you, from what you're communicating, right? And myself to a certain extent, I can compartmentalize like, okay, we have fun, we have sex, but we're still friends. There's no more like feelings attached to it. For a lot of people though, they're not able to do that though. Once you have sex, it starts to get weird in terms of like jealousy, attachment, love, and then that kind of gets in the way of the friendship for some people. Tay, would you agree?
For some people, I think there are more women who can handle that than men believe, but there are some women who cannot handle it.
I have seen some men be very upset about, and I'm not going to say dismissiveness. I don't want to seem like I'm dismissive towards men, and I don't want to seem like I'm cold towards men. I just feel like I am true with men. So if after we have sex, I really do get up and take a shower, or maybe not, I might just put my clothes right back on and hop in my car and go. If that's where I'm at with that particular person. Now, they might not think of me in the same way, and then I find out later that their feelings are really hurt, like they're really upset. I don't know if it's like the ego is upset, or if they are upset because they felt that we had something more than that. So I don't, Marvin, I guess I could see you're putting it as a question towards women, but what about towards men? Do you guys have those same feelings? Have you ever felt like a female dissed you, or that she was just like, fuck you and left you?
At this age, I'm fine with that because I want to sleep in my bed by myself. Want to be able to snore and fart in peace. So go ahead and run home, shoot me a text, let me know you made it safely, and we good. It's fair. Or if I'm at your pad, I'm gonna go ahead and leave, and it's not those hard feelings. Back when I was younger, I'd have a situation with certain women, and then I'd be like, all right, well, I gotta go. And they're like, what do you mean you gotta go? You can't stay? Well, can you at least stay for an hour? Can we cuddle for a little bit? I think at this age, I think we all know what we want. Well, not all of us, but I know what I want, and I'm hoping to be in a situation with people who feel the same way. So when it's time to go, it's time to go. I would think that for women like you or Tay, I would think that for some guys, it's a conquest. You have a beautiful woman that you are able to have sex with. And now that you've had sex with her, she's like, all right, I'm done. Where it's usually the other way around. Usually we are giving our body to women, and they're trying to compete and try to do anything they can to hold on to us and to make us want them more. So when that table is turned, right, it don't feel good. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got to go. So that's how I would answer that.
So that is exactly how I see it play out. It does play out that way, where they're, so I guess it's ego hurt more than anything else.
And some guys are looking for that trophy wife. They want that woman that's on their arm, that when they show up at the frat meeting or they show up at the company function, that everybody's like, not a bad one. And when you're not interested in that and you just down to fuck, right, and roll out, it could be a blow to the ego. Yep. So anyway, Mary, I think that you have taken us all over the place, and I have to tell you, I have thoroughly enjoyed this shit.
Yes, thank you so much for being on the show and introducing our show to tantric sex, because we haven't talked about that yet.
Ooh, and
The OM, all that shit.
Is wonderful. And I think every man should be involved and know that. Yeah. But thank you guys so much. I really enjoyed it. I didn't know, I was trying to figure out how things would play out, and they played out really beautifully. So yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Hey, they all fun, but this one was fun and funny as fuck, because this is a while in a good way.
I feel real free. I feel real free.
I love the energy.
Yeah.
So, Tay, how can they find us?
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, you have a topic you want us to bring up or anything like that, reach us at CVAD, the podcast at gmail.com. And like this video, share it, subscribe.
Yeah, do all that. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.